Mr. Matlala is romantic and showered me with gifts, including money.
The arrest did not end the relationship, it interrupted it. No, I just need to be clear, sorry, it sounded like a joke, it's not. I just needed to understand that section of the statement.
It's a difficult question for me, Commissioner, because I haven't spoken to him.
The Brigadier having been involved in a romantic relationship with Mr. Matlala. Brigadier, as romantically involved people, did you and Mr. Matlala have any terms of endearment like love, babe, hun, etc.?
Yes, Commissioner. I am not a romantic person. I'm not into calling people honey, love, or whatever, but I'll give you a pet name. So for him, I was calling him Mr. V, and from his side, he was calling me DIVA. That's how we call each other.
I must say I've gone through all the chats. Well, people differ, but I find it very, very strange that you don't have or you don't use, not at all, any of the usual terms of endearment that some people, if not most people, use. I find it very strange. Do you wish to comment on that? I've gone through all, from page 3 all the way to the last one at page 49. Not once do you use any term of endearment, except, as you say, you saying Mr.
V.
V, and he's saying DIVA. Even those, even that Mr. V and that DIVA, those are very few. Do you accept that there are very few?
I do accept.
If you go beyond 5, that would be quite a lot, actually. I doubt that you even reach 5. The same with him. Starting from December to, what's the date of the last one? It's the 25th of, oh no, it's the 13th of May, 2025. Very few, even of those, the Mr. V and the DIVA, very few. Do you wish to comment on that?
Yes, Commissioner. I do accept that in writing, there will be very few of that. But when you look at our chairs, most of the time we will be talking through phone.
I've seen that
most of the time.
I've seen that there are lots of phone calls, but I will still say it's very strange that you would use these terms of endearment, the Mr. V and the DIVA. If you are suggesting that you were using them during the calls, I would still find it strange that you would use them in the calls but not use them in texts. It's still the two people interacting, so it doesn't make sense to me that you would change, you would switch, or not relate in the same manner you do in phone calls.
Sometimes when someone is having a girlfriend, you avoid using those terms a lot because if maybe the girlfriend can get hold of the phone, they will be able to read and see the discussions between two people. So in most of the time on our chat, we try to keep it professional.
But that can't be the answer if you say you ask for money from him because you were in a relationship. If saying love, hand, babe, or whatever, if you saw that as problematic for purposes of the wife, asking for money should equally have been problematic for the wife, if not worse. So your answer, again, doesn't make sense to me. It would actually be worse to ask for money, especially huge sums of money like we have here. Your comment?
I am not a romantic person.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you now about the point you make about it being problematic if the wife were to see terms of endearment. So now I'm saying, if you say that would have been problematic, in my view, it would actually have been worse for the wife to see texts in which you were asking for money. And not money for airtime or anything like that, but huge sums of money, hundreds of thousands of rand. Would that not have been worse than mere terms of endearment?
It will be, Commissioner.
So my question stands then. Or perhaps let me ask a different question or make a different comment and ask you to respond to that. To me, a huge doubt is cast upon this idea that you and Mr. Matlala had a romantic relationship. The very fact that you did not use any terms of endearment suggests to me that you were not romantically involved. What do you say?
I don't agree, Commissioner. People can go out and investigate around my circle, and my circle is very big. They will be able to confirm this relationship.
Why then are you not able to explain how you interacted, or why it is that you interacted in a manner that didn't show that you were romantically involved? Because the reason you gave does not make sense. And you basically admit that when you say it would be worse if the spouse were to see that you were asking for huge sums of money. So why is it, try to give a better response, why is it that you did not interact in a manner that showed that you were romantically involved?
Thank you, Commissioner. I still stick to the point that I am not a romantic person. In all my relationship, I don't use, I rather call someone CAT Matlala. For me, it's romantic to be calling CAT Matlala. Then maybe from his side, will be saying Mama Tlala. For me, it's romantic. And to cut most of the things short, we'll just say Mr. V, and then he'll go DIVA.
Let me just take you through a few. The first one that Ms. Power has already referred you to says, oh yeah, the first one is you give him a cell number, and it's just that cell number, no text at all. And then the second one, also referred to by Ms. Power, says, did you find him? Apparently he changed numbers. And then the next one, the date is 15 December 2024, timestamp 1704. You say you don't have money on Tumelle. Then the first one by him, I don't even have a bank account, and that's on the same date, same time basically. And your next one, Yane, same date, 1710. And his second text, I'm opening another account on Tuesday while they're busy investigating irregularities of funds in that one. Same date, 1713. I'll skip a letter from attorneys, that's at pages 3, 4, 5. And I go to the top of page 6. That's your next one. Where's the timestamp? It's cut there at the top. Let me see. Yes, it's at the bottom of page 5. It's on the 18th of December 2024 at 13:28. You say, I'm in trouble now. These guys are on my case. Remember, I told you September. And then I'll skip a few and go to page 14.
14.
14, yes. And there you say, and it's the 23rd of January 2025, 12:03. And there you simply say, confirmed. The point I want to make about all these is that they sound businesslike. All of those that I've read sound businesslike. And in fact, I've gone through all the texts. All of them are like that, businesslike. I find it very strange that this is how people who are romantically involved would write to each other. Do you wish to comment?
Yes, Commissioner, as I have previously, my previous comment, to say that we will have our regular phone calls whereby we will talk our affairs, and on WhatsApp, like I said, I'm not a romantic person, so it will...
Would you be romantic during those phone calls? In terms of using terms of endearment, for example?
Sometimes, depending on...
But only using Mr. V, nothing else?
Yes, I only use Mr. V.
So that's what you mean by being romantic during the phone calls?
That's correct. But I'm also inviting the Commission to investigate.
But please, just let's not get distracted. Please answer my question. My question was, do you agree that it is very strange that people who are romantically involved would talk in this business-like manner? Do you accept that or not?
I do not accept, Commissioner, because it will differ from one person to another. I wanted to say I will call you, still fighting with Udire and the lawyers.
Why is Mr. Matlala sending you this proof of payment as opposed to sending it to Mudieri?
I don't know.
You
I don't know.
cannot-
Maybe it's because
You cannot not know. They have a business relationship, according to you, in terms of which Mr. Matlala buys meat that runs into hundreds of thousands. You said, what, 300,000 and something?
Yes, that's correct,
So
Commissioner.
they have a direct relationship. Why should you be the conduit when it comes to Mr. Matlala proving that he has made payments? Doesn't make sense at all. Why must you suddenly be the conduit? They have an existing business relationship.
They
Mr. Matlala buys the meat there directly without your involvement. Is it so that that's without your involvement?
That's correct.
So why now, when he pays his debts, does he have to give the proof of payment to you for you to forward to Osizweni? Doesn't make sense, Brigadier. Think of something better than that.
In most of the time, when I will have queried him to pay his debts, he will pay them and send me a proof of payment to say, I've honored my debts.
I will tell you why you are saying this. Commissioner Baloyi engaged you on you saying you got it, thank you very much, and then the thank you emojis as well. And you said you actually did not get the money. Now you foresee, having gone through the bank statements, you foresee that you are going to be questioned by the evidence leaders and possibly the commissioners as well on why There would have been a payment in January of 2025. There would have been a payment in April of 2025. There would have been another payment in March of 2025, all of which are 100,000 rand each. So you foresee that it does not make sense for Mr. Matlala to continue paying into this account when you actually do not receive the payments, and you come up with this story that he owed money to Osizweni. That is what is happening here, and we see through it, Brigadier. We see right through it. Your comment?
It's not a story, Commissioner. Indeed, he owed Osizweni Butcher the money.
And why do you suddenly become an agent in all of that when they have been dealing with each other without your involvement? Why do you suddenly become an agent?
I was not an agent, and I think the Osizweni Butcher, the lady, she was not the only person that I assisted to get Mr. Matlala to pay them.
And
Even where he's...
why was that your business? You should have actually been mad with Osizweni that they took away 800,000 rand that you would have used to pay in respect of your car that got burnt down. You would have been mad with Osizweni. Why it should have been your business to see to it that they are paid escapes me.
I think I have a way of talking to him so that he can honor.
But why was it your business to do that?
I felt sorry for the lady because she has a good heart. Mr. Matlala is owing her, and he's been owing her for quite a number of years.
You have said that the 100,000 rand was paid so that you could make a payment in respect of your car that was bent down, and because now you were being chased by attorneys, and you said this was by no means a gratification in the sense of corruption/bribery. I will suggest to you that a plausible explanation for these payments, 300,000 rand on what we see, was actually what you say they were not. That is, the payments were not. Is that not the plausible explanation? Because otherwise, what you say does not make sense. In particular, why do you become a conduit for Osizweni when Mr. Matlala was dealing directly with that business? So the plausible explanation for me was that this was actually a gratification, or at least, to soften it, indications are that it was a gratification. And you would then assist him in whatever way you could in respect of the contract. What's your comment?
Commissioners, I don't disagree that the money was meant for me. And I don't disagree that I'm the one who requested the money. But at the end of the day...
when you say the money, I refer to 300,000 rand. So when you say the money was intended for you, you are referring to the 300,000 rand?
No, I'm referring to the 100,000.
Okay, continue about the plausibility of what I'm positing to you. Please comment on that.
The 100,000, even though it was meant for me, at the end of the day, I never received that money due to the debt that Matlala had with Osizweni Butcher.
And then for the remaining part of the debt, you suddenly become the conduit for the payment of that debt.
I think it was only the next one.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Just the one Ms. Power referred you to.
Yes.
I will leave it because I've already asked you questions around why you suddenly became a conduit in that regard.
Can I, just to make sure, Brigadier, that I understand your evidence, are you admitting that you received the second 100,000 that was paid in February and you received the March one? Or are you saying Mudiekhe took all of this money?
All three of them I never received.
Okay. And so the January one, because you asked Mr. Matlala the first time, at least that we can see, not ask actually. He says to you on the 12th of January, please ask your friend to check a balance. I just got notification that the transaction went through. That's Mr. Matlala to you at 18:10. And then at 18:15 on the 12th of January, you say, yes, got it, thank you very much, and apologies. You say you never received that 100,000 rands. Because on this schedule on page 91, there's a transaction from Mr. Matlala to Osizweni between the 12th and the 13th of January. So we know it has to do with that WhatsApp message that I just read now, right?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay. And you say you never received that 100,000 rands.
I never received it.
And you told Mr. Matlala.
Yes, I did.
You were good friends with Mudiekhe, correct?
That's correct.
And before you gave Mr. Matlala this account number, you must have told Mudiekhe that you are in a desperate situation and you desperately need money, correct?
That's correct.
So she was aware of your desperate situation.
That's correct, Commissioner.
And a good friend that she is would have understood that you need this money.
Sometimes they say money can come between friends.
Yeah. And the fact that you kept inquiring means you were desperate. You wouldn't even wait for Monday because Mr. Matlala even says to you, wait, it's a weekend, be patient. That's how desperate you were. Correct?
Not that desperate, because already I was paying that money on a monthly basis from my salary.
Yes.
But now, the frustration that I had with him is that here we are once again. He promised me money, he's not delivering. And it was not the first time that it happens that he will promise me something and he doesn't deliver. And we will stop talking to each other.
This is what I find difficult to believe, that a friend of yours, knowing that you are desperate for this money because you want to settle a judgment debt, would take advantage of you and use the money for her own benefit and not care that you desperately needed this money. I find that hard to believe.
From my side, I understood her situation, because if you are owed money for a long period, now the person that is owing you, he's paying the money which is meant for another person. I will also keep the money,
Now,
despite my friend's situation.
did you continue to become good friends with Mudiekhe after this incident?
No, we didn't.
The friendship ended.
It did not end, but it was no longer a nice friendship.
Now, if what you are saying about the first payment is correct, the normal reaction as chair put to you would have been to tell Mr. Matlala, I don't care about Mudiekhe anymore. Don't even pay her what you owe her. She's a bad person. That's the normal reaction, that she's a thief. She stole my money. She's not a loyal friend. She knew about my desperate situation. She took advantage of it. Whatever you owe her, don't pay her anymore. Let her sue you for it, but I don't care about her anymore. That would have been the normal reaction.
It will be unfair of me to react in that manner, knowing Mudiegi's situation very well. And again, knowing how Mr. Matlala is always assisting people when they have funerals, he will go there or he will send people to go and collect the funeral packs from Mudiegi. So if I say don't pay money anymore, then the people of the community will not be assisted.
Last question. If we were to call Mudiegi to this commission and ask her about these payments, and if she confirms that you did get the payments, what should this commission do with your evidence on this point and the rest of your evidence? Remember, I qualified it with if. If we call Mudiegi to come and give evidence and she confirms that you got these payments, what should this commission do with your evidence on this point and on all the other issues?
I guess I must be charged because I lied under oath.
I'm glad you understand that.
Can I just check this with you? You say to Commissioner Kumalo that the relationship with Mudiegi has ended because the money has come between you two, right?
It's not ended. We are
It's no longer
in-
good.
yeah.
Yes, it's no longer good. So, before, when you gave Mr. Matlala Mudiegi's number, or Sizweni Butcheries bank account details, you had a good relationship at that point.
That's correct,
Okay.
Commissioner?
Then he pays the 100,000 rands that is meant for you.
That's correct, Commissioner?
You don't get it.
That's correct, Commissioner?
And your relationship continues to be good.
Not good.
Sorry, say that?
Not good.
Okay. So if at that point she's taken your money and the relationship is not good, how do you go to Mr. Matlala and say, pay Mudiegi her money that you owe her? When your relationship is no longer good, she's kept your money. You now go to him and say, you know what, pay her, you owe her. How do you do that, and why should we believe that happened?
I never went to him and say, pay Mudiegi the money that you owe her after she kept my money. I just indicated to him that you are owing Mudiegi a lot of money and she doesn't want to give me that money. Please make sure that you pay her the money. And like I'm saying, Commissioner, I have intervened in a lot of people that Mr. Matlala
No,
was
don't tell
owing.
me. No, please don't tell me about other people. I'm interested in the story that you have told us. Remember, you've already told us something, so I'm really interested in just that story. And I'm interested in it because it does not make sense that your friend keeps your money. Remember, you are desperate. You are very desperate. And that's why you are harassing. Harassing is my word. I'm not meaning it in a negative way. But you apologize eventually because you appreciate that your conduct towards him about this money was quite forceful. So you're desperate for this money because you're running, these guys are chasing you. Your friend gives you a bank account for you to receive payment. She keeps the money. Your friendship, as one would expect, your friendship, if someone has kept my money, I would react like you immediately. My friendship with them gets affected immediately. What I don't understand is after that, how are you still the same person who's still desperate? Because you haven't told us that you got the money elsewhere. Right? She took your 100,000 rands. You haven't told us, well, I went and got it somewhere. What you actually have told us is Mr. Matlala didn't replace that money that Mudiegi keeps. But you're the same person that says to him, you owe Mudiegi, pay her. That's not consistent with human conduct of a person who's desperate for money and who's been betrayed by a friend who's keeping her money, notwithstanding her desperation, and then you go and you feel sorry for her because she's desperate. It just doesn't make sense, that, and it's improbable that things happened the way you describe them. It's just improbable. Do you want to comment?
I don't know how to comment further than what I have commented, Commissioner, but that's the sequence, that's the way it happened.
A different question arising from your earlier discussion with the chairperson. In page 92, you've got that list of payments to you starting in 2019 to 2021, and you say you accept that. They indicate that they come from Mr. Matlala's different companies. Falcon CAT, Medicare 24, Black AK, and another one from him personally, it indicates, or at least it says, Vusimuzi Matlala, you've confirmed you received those payments. Now, in the period between 2019 June, which is what this schedule is, to September 2021, you have received from Mr. Matlala a total of 113,500 rands. That's what you've received. And they're broken down into small amounts, 10,000, 3,000, 10,000, 10, 10, 10, 15, 5, 20, 10, and then 10. How do you explain the sudden escalation? I mean, he used to give you small numbers. And I'm asking this because the chair earlier suggested to you that the huge amounts that you now receive, the 100 that you are now being paid, suggests that there may well have been a part of it, if not all of it, being gratification. Now, if you look at that huge amounts, the hundreds that you're receiving vis-a-vis what you were receiving in 2019, all of to 2021, all of which totals to just over 100,000 rand over a longer period than what you get in January, February, March. It does suggest that what you now receive after the Medicare contract may well be or include gratification for your role in managing this contract, the facilitation that you are making, the role that we see you playing now, the active role you are playing in this contract. That's what it looks like.
I do not agree, Commissioner. Maybe by then his financial status was a little bit low, hence he could give the 10,000 rand and the 20,000 rand. And now his financial status
he's become richer now. That's why he's giving you so much money. That's what it is, right? That's what you want to say.
His financial status has changed for the better, and knowing my current situation that by then I was struggling to buy a vehicle, we were pushing so that he can buy me a car.
Okay, thank you.